Hi everyone, welcome to the tech tutorials. Today we are going to talk about hub and spoke architecture or design pattern. Hub and spoke design pattern, what it is, the use cases where you can see it, and a small demo, a small Java class, which shows the implementation of this design pattern. All right. So first, what it is. It is hub and spoke or a design pattern. It is used in different fields of networking. Basically, as you can see in the previous picture, this picture depicts the entire hub and spoke architecture. So at the center, you will have a central API server or a central receiver or whatever it is. It accepts the central server, will accept all the incoming requests, and then based on the configuration or the rules defined, it will forward it or pass on the request to all the different connected clients to it. So basically you have the central architecture and then which receives every request and then keeps sending back the request it receives to the different clients. That is in nutshell what it is. This is basically, it's a beautiful combination of the monolithic and microservices architecture. So what happens in a pure microservices architecture, each service, each microservice is completely independent. Now, what happens is, so like that, when you develop, you will have to design one full application. You will have multiple network of microservices, multiple microservices available. Now, if one goes down, okay, the others that were connected through it, now they are in jeopardy, right? What will happen to them? If you have a monolithic architecture, again, it's a problem which everybody knows. Things become too big, difficult to handle, difficult to implement changes, upgrades, right? So this hub and spoke kind of combines the best features of monolithic and microservices data architecture. Practical implementations or use cases where this will work the best in transportation industry, like where you have airlines or logistics operations, where you have the central hub and which distributes things to different regional airports, delivery points, okay, is used to streamline the flow of passengers or cargoes, making it more efficient. Definitely networking, right, where you have a hub which distributes the request to different end user devices. The hub serves as a central point of managing and distributing data, applications, and resources to all other operations. VPNs, like virtual private network, often use hub and spoke topology. Business operations, where you have a headquarters, and the headquarters will manage various offices in different other regions. Data integration. In data integration, hub and spoke is used to collect, process, and distribute data. The central hub or the data acts as a data warehouse. So basically, the central hub is the data warehouse where all the data is stored, and then it is distributed among other subscribers or any other consumers which are there, right, to the data. One very good, another practical example where it is there is Kubernetes. Kubernetes use the manager node of Kubernetes contains the API server, which uses this hub and spoke pattern. So this is, in short, hub and spoke pattern. Let us see an interface. A working example. This is Java. So basically, you'll have hub, which will receive messages and send and receive, and spoke, which will send and receive. Of course, this is the simplest version. Real life applications will be much, much more complicated than this. Let's see the implementation of these interfaces. Implementation of hub hub is responsible to send the messages to different spokes or different subscribers to it or consumers. Receive will depend upon incoming logic. Like let's say if it's a Kubernetes API server, it'll wait till whatever messages the worker node send it. Okay, depending upon that, it will act. So say if a node sends a message, this container is down, it will act accordingly. Or if it needs some data or some information about some volume or data, it'll send it from etcd, etcd storage. So what to do when you receive the data on and whom to send the data or the message or what to send depends upon each application's needs. Okay, so you register the spoke. So again, it's like a consumer and supplier pattern too, right? Because in the consumer, all the consumers subscribe, or what you call publisher and subscriber pattern, right? So publisher publishes the messages, but all subscribers have to register with the publishers first. So this is something similar. It's a combination of that. Except that in hub and spoke, there is a central server. In publisher subscriber, you could have many publishers sending messages, right? Spoke, again, it's like a subscriber. It can send hub the messages. It can, what it needs to do with the receiving messages from the hub, again, it depends upon the application logic. Okay, so this is in simple, very simple example of how or what is a hub and spoke pattern. Okay, this is just the main class. You're sending the message and you're receiving the messages. Okay, it's just simple. Hello from spoke, hello from spoke. Okay, so this was simple implementation or demo of hub and spoke design architecture. Hopefully, after listening to this video, you're a little bit more clear about it, what it is, the different use cases, the simple implementations, okay, the advantages of it. And thank you for listening. See you all again in the next lecture. Thank you.